Hello everyone, this is Advocate Dr. Sheetal Babar, and today's session I will be discussing about factories to get set up or established under Factories Act. Now, when we're talking about establishing or setting up a factory in India under Factories Act, there are two phases. The first phase to fulfill the requisites or to seek the grants and permissions from respective authorities, the first phase I could call it as pre-establishment or pre-setup phase, and another phase I would call it as operating phase or post-establishment setup of the factories. Let us now in this session just deal up with the first phase so that in case you want to establish or set up your plant or your factory in India under Factories Act, what are the requisites to be fulfilled? I shall in this session be little enlisting in fact the list rather of documents or requisites which you need for applying or for seeking grants from respective authorities. Let us see what all documents you need to get a consent to establish or set up your factory in India. The first and the foremost thing, you ought to have a name for your entity. So, nomenclature of what you are going to start. To give an advice for this, I would say the nomenclature must include or at least must identify what exactly you are supposed to manufacture or by what product you are going to be into the market or trade. The name through which you are going to establish your factory should be quite easy to understand and easy to identify the product or the manufacturing process. It might be a product or just a process, so it should be easily acquainted with what exactly you are into the trade. Secondly, when I say you need to have a name for the entity, that has to have a trademark. So always, you never know how high are you going to be, so you always ought to have IP with you when you are going to get into trade, so that it also helps you internationally to get into international trades. Also, it gets you identified into the market as an exclusive trader into the market, business, specifically unique business into the market. So ought to have a trademark. Let it be the name itself as a trademark, or you can have your logo as a trademark. Thirdly, what you need or require as a very basic element is a premise. You ought to decide, you ought to locate a premise on which you are going to establish your factory. So with the name, with the premise, with the trademark only you can start. Though trademark is optional, but always as an IP awareness, you ought to have your IP, that is trademark, always with the name of your factory. So these are three basic elements. Now let us talk about the technical part as to how do or what are those documents which are required to get a consent or permissions for establishing a factory. The very first thing what you need is when the premise can be either owned, self-owned by you, or it can be leased. So in case of a premise is self-owned, you ought to have the 712 extract, or at least I would say a proof that this is self-owned by you. Whatever document, 712 extract usually is the document which is authenticate document which can be submitted. Secondly, if it is a leased premise, you ought to have the lease agreement, which needs to be a registered lease agreement. Starting with this, you again ought to have the site plan. Unless and until you have a site plan, or we also call it as an index, where exactly the location is, how the location is helpful, exact size of the site, etc. is something which is inclusive in a site plan. Next important is the topographic map. So how exactly where your site is going to be located topographically needs or is rather an important element to be presented in front of the authorities. This is to make aware the authorities with information as to what is in the vicinity of your site. Next important thing is all the detailed layouts of the plant which you are supposed to have the activities upon. Maybe kind of effluents, kinds of discharges, kinds of emissions, exact positions of these units onto the site which are going to discharge the effluents or emissions. The detailed layout of your site or of your plant is something which is important when it comes to the document, one of the requisites, the document to be submitted. Another important element is if the effluents are emitted into air or into water, the respective control board devices or respective control boards permissions from details from those respective authorities. So if the effluents are water polluting, then details of how you are going to recycle or how you are going to use a plant which is going to purify the water, or what are those filtration plans of yours, and of course the pollution board respective, it might be air pollution, it might be water pollution, etc. So the details of all of these proposed to be provided. Next important is SSI certificate. In case you are a small scale industry, you ought to have small scale industry certificate. It usually is procured by Directorate of Industries, government of respective state. So in case of Maharashtra, it is government of Maharashtra. Sometimes there is more use or there are more reactions which are chemical, so use of chemical or sometimes chemical reactions with a mass balance imbalance of the surrounding, so you ought to give the details of those as well. Another important element which you need to procure basically for establishing a factory is, in case you are located into, in case, in fact it is one of the most important elements, wherever you are located, the local authorities, the local bodies, you need to have the no objection of those local authorities or local bodies. So maybe you are into the premise of or jurisdiction rather would be a word, if you are in jurisdiction of gram panchayats, that is the local body, local authority from where you need to seek a permission of establishing your plant first. Then maybe you are into urbans, you ought to have permissions from say for example municipal corporations and so on, the respective authorities, time and again whichever are applicable, you need to have NOC from all of those authorities. Last but not the least, you ought to have the staff selection. The recruitment process at least needs to be onto the paper. What are your plans and how are you financially strong to go ahead with these plans? If there is any proposed loan, if there is any sanctioned loan, you ought to have all of the details of the plan of or loans maybe into the process or process completed. Also, you need to undertake on a stamp paper the chartered accountant certificate, which is about to propose your capital investment. So capital investment is something which is essential element to get all other permissions or all other consents to establish your factory. Last but not the least, the permission to be seek from whatever prescribed fees by that authority, you ought to have those consent fees filled up in the form of whatever prescribed. So it may be in a DD form, it can be a check, it can, these days it mostly all of the government portals, they do have transfers available, so e-payments rather available on every portal. So all of these are the requisites, basic requisites to start up with a factory or to have a plan to establish a factory in Indian territory. Respective state authorities, many a time central government boards, central government authorities, they also come into the scenario depending on to what kind of factory, under which category your factory or your plant is supposed to be. So in my next session, I shall be discussing about categories of factories, for example, food, etc., and the licenses which are required for those respective category of factories in their respective positions. So for this session, this is all from my side, talking about Factories Act, establishment of factories under Factories Act, and the prerequisites or the consents or the permissions or the grants to be considered for establishing or setting up of a factory in Indian scenario. Thank you so much.